Settle in. You're on the road with Kevin Ray, listening to Truckers and Others. Hello! We're back. Friday. Hope you liked the new intro. Figured that out last night. Put it on yesterday's episode. We're having a good day today. We are just having a good motherfucking time. Woke up on time. Everything's going great. Got to work. Got my truck ready to go. Got my helper and his truck ready to go. I drank a cup of coffee, which it's really rare for me to drink a cup of coffee anymore, but I don't know why. I didn't even need it. But I don't know. They got a new Keurig in the office, so I was like, guess I'll try it out. And it worked out really well. We are headed to a Walmart. We're going to suck out a dumpster full of slurry. So it's a dumpster, a 20-yard dumpster that's got a liner in it, and it's sitting in a containment, and it's full. And what they want us to do is to suck out all the liquid out of this dumpster. So I grabbed a strainer. So it's like concrete slurry. It's got liquid on top, but because it's so saturated or whatever, and then at the bottom it's like all the solids. Well, I don't even know if they're going to be solid. It's just like the thick part of it is at the bottom. So we're going to throw a hose in there and suck out all the liquid, and then leave the hose in there, and he's going to grab his power washer, and he's going to try to slurry it up, and we're going to suck out as much as possible, and then we're just going to leave the dumpster there. As long as we can get out, we either need to get out enough that we can haul it with a roll-off truck, because right now, you're not going to, apparently, according to what they're telling me, you ain't going to be able to pick this motherfucker up. So we need to either get it down to where we can haul it, or get it down to where they can keep using it, like get it down to like nothing. And I don't think that should be too big of an issue. Not with the stuff we got. And the helper I got with me today, oh gosh, I just love him. I think he's such an awesome guy. His name is Brett, and he's a good guy. And he's got the pickup truck. He grabbed the pickup truck with the cool ranch hand front bumper, and grabbed a Landa, and we're headed out. Filled up with water. We're filled up with fuel. I got all the hoses I need. We got everything. We're ready to rock and roll, buddy. And we're not going that far down the road either. So I decided to go ahead and fire up the old podcast and get my morning attitude, because I feel like I'm mainly positive in the mornings. So I want to capture that, because by the time it's afternoon, there's a bunch of shit that goes down, and I get into my complaining mode. I'm still in a good mood, but I get into complaining mode. Right now, I ain't got nothing to complain about. Everything's going really good. The only thing that kind of worries me a little bit, not really worries me, but the office lady, she's in charge right now while my boss is in Alaska. And she said, hey, we got like 4 crews out working. Whoever gets done first gets more work. And I'm like, good to know. So, yeah, we have like 4 crews out doing little half-day jobs, and whoever gets done first is going to be the lucky one to go do the afternoon job. I don't know, jobs will show up, and, she'll be thinking about it. She'll be like, all right, I need to find something for these guys to do when they get back. Everybody, even though right now she only has the, 1 or 2 jobs figured out, she is contemplating and figuring out more. So, which is fine. If I just get the bare minimum, which is 8 hours today, I'll be over 60 hours for the week, which is great. I imagine I'm probably going to end up putting in at least 10 today. So, That'll put us over what we're expecting. And if I get off early, then I mean we'll be right where I was expecting to be, and we'll be good. Oh, I forgot to take a fucking pill. Shit. Oh man, I don't think I only have 2 left. Yeah, I need these heartburn pills or acid reflux pills. It worked for a little bit, but I don't know. Last night I ate some really spicy sausage. My wife, she makes spaghetti. Hold on, let me put this in. She makes really spicy spaghetti or spicy sausage links in the air fryer. She cooks the sauce up and seasons the sauce on the stove, and then she cooks noodles. So then, whenever we eat spaghetti, I don't know. It's just like a different way to do it. So what I do when I was eating the pasta is I would slice up my sausage into medallions or little coins or what, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. But I just slice it up into nice little coins, like 2 or 3 sausage links, and then sprinkle them on top of my bed of noodles and spaghetti sauce, and it's actually really good spaghetti. It's really fucking good. But last night, I'm not eating the sauce and I'm not eating the noodles, so I just grabbed the sausage out of the tray. I thought about dipping it in the marinara, but I decided not to because it's just full of sugar and stuff. So I dipped it in mayo. I had the spicy sausage dipped in mayo, and I guess that's what's kind of. And I drank a lot of water before I went to bed last night. A lot of water. I went through that town earlier just to show how my mind jumps around. I went through a town called Lodawada. No, it was called Nowata. Nowata. Look it up. I promise you. It's on 169. I went through Nowata. And yeah, I'm sure there's another town called Lodawada. And it's like, makes sense. There's no bodies of water anywhere nearby, so they'd probably call it Nowata. Where are you? I'm in Nowata. We ain't got no water. You're in Nowata? Alright, let's make a sign and put it up. What's this license plate say? Mavagas. I don't know what the fuck that says. It's a Cadillac that kind of cut me off a little bit earlier. Not really cut me off, or else I would have said something when it happened. But I was trying to get over earlier, and they fucking were just hanging out beside me, and they finally sped up to get out of my way and let me over. And their license plate is Mavagas. Mvagas. Anyways, last night was good. I got home, ate some food, got cleaned up. I shaved. So I haven't done anything with my face since I just hacked it away with those trimmers at the shop. I just haven't had the time or the care. And my beard was a little bit crooked. But I hadn't really looked in too many mirrors. I brushed my teeth and stuff, but I didn't really inspect my face. So last night before I got cleaned up, I went ahead and shaped my face properly and tried to clean it up and put I don't know. My face is too fat. I definitely can tell I've been losing a little bit of weight because the double chin is not near as much as it was. And that's where people notice where I lose my weight the first. They're always like, yeah, I noticed it in your face. I'm like, you say I had a fat face before? But it's usually covered up with fucking beard. So I don't know. I don't understand how fat my face gets. But anyways, I do notice that my neck is not as gobbly as it has been in the past. And I'm so excited about this diabetes. This is an easy fucking diet to follow. you know, the only problem is when you got to eat out, but everywhere serves meat. Just get the meat without the fucking all the other bullshit. It's pretty fucking easy, and you just got to order extra too. So it might start costing quite a bit, but I don't know. I'm happy with it. I think it's super easy. Um, it does suck. Like last night, I opened up the snack cabinet just to look, because sometimes my wife will buy like little beef jerky sticks or something, and they'll be in there. And I was just looking for a little snack last night before I went to bed. I didn't get anything because we didn't have anything, but I was definitely looking. So yeah, I don't know. If I opened that up and there was just like an opened pack of Oreos, yeah, it would be really hard for me to not just reach in there and sneak one. But I'm only lying to myself if I do that, so I'm trying not to do that. Gotta lose the weight, truckers out there. Come on, guys. You know, uh, if you're worried, like, I'll start it on Monday. No, just start it right now. Like, there's no, like, well, I got a birthday party coming up and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know. It's gonna have some downfalls. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to shove your face full of cake. You know, you go over to your mom's house and she's like, I made pot pies. It's like, well, I'm not eating that. I'm sorry, Mom. She's like, you don't like my cooking? And be like, no, it's just, it's gonna fuck everything up if I do that. So, and that hasn't happened to me yet, but I'm sure it will. I'm sure there is going to be a time where I go somewhere and there's a meal prepared for everybody, and it's like, can I get that without the bread? No, you're having it the way I cook it. It's like, fuck. All right, well, I'm just, you know. But with this diet, you know, you do get hungry, but I don't know. I don't want to say that I haven't been hangry, because I definitely have been hangry. It definitely calms you down once you eat, but um, I've gone a long time without food, and it hasn't been as detrimental as it would have been, because my body, you know, is craving whatever. You stop at a gas station, you can grab any fucking snack pack or whatever the fuck is in there and just shove it in your face, you know, or like that fucking commercial, like, hungry? Eat a Snickers. It's like, I've done that before, and it does kind of help. But no, that's not what you should be eating. That just makes you more hungry later on. It does. It's weird. And yeah, once you kind of realize that, and it's kind of something you have to do for yourself, I guess, a little bit. But yeah, the breadsticks at pasta places, yeah, the more breadsticks you eat, the more pasta you're gonna eat. It's so weird. Or like a steakhouse, you go to a steakhouse and they just set out a thing of rolls. You ate 7 rolls and a 27-ounce steak, 2 sides, and sucked down 7 fucking drinks. And it's like, whoa, that's a lot of fucking food. But if you had only eaten the steak, I promise you probably would have been like, okay, yeah, I'm good. But I don't know, something about the bread going into your body, just, you would think it would like fill you up. No, it just makes you more hungry. And there was a study about that somewhere. They're like, yeah, the more bread you eat before a meal, you know, it tricks your body or something. I don't know. And it just makes you able to consume more. And so I don't know. I'm not a health expert or anything, but I just know that what I'm doing is working for me, and it might work for you guys too. Now, the only other thing I really want to add, which I'm probably going to force my wife into letting me get it, is AG1, because it's got, you know, this sounds like an ad, which I wish AG1 would sponsor me, please, because holy shit, it's expensive. But a free ad for AG1 is, because I've had it before, and it is good, and it's good for for you. There's nothing bad about it whatsoever, and it's safe to, take on with almost any diet, I believe. It's just a drink powder, but it's a highly dense, full of nutrients and stuff, and nutrients that are actually going to get into your system and do what they need to do. It's got all the daily vitamins that you need, and it's just a little drink, a wake-up drink, and you just do it like with 8 ounces of water. You can do even less water. It doesn't taste the best, not going to lie. It's not delicious to drink, but it's not bad, and if you don't put as much water in there, you just have to gulp it like 3 times, and then you're done, and then go brush your teeth, and then, oh, it tastes gross. Hey, shut the fuck up, you fucking pansy. It tastes fine. Have a chaser afterwards. I don't know. But, anyways, that's one thing I would love to add to it, and that would be all I take, is AG1, and keep doing the diet the way I've been doing it. And then obviously my heartburn pills or whatever. But, yeah, I'd like to get on another vitamin supplement, because just to be, if I am missing any vitamins with doing this diet, like I'm not getting everything I need out of the meat, which I think I pretty much am, but, you're not going to go wrong with taking extra vitamins. So, I'd like to do that. And then just keep doing the things the way I do them. Also, another non-paid sponsor is Zenny Optical. Go check it out, guys. It was referred to me by a good buddy a long, long time ago. I noticed he had some cool-looking sunglasses. And I said, those are cool. And I put them on, and I was like, whoa, what the hell's wrong with your eyeballs, man? What the hell's wrong with these? He said, they're prescription. I said, they're prescription? He's like, yeah, go to zennyoptical.com. Check it out. And I went to Zenny Optical because I am a guy that needs glasses, and I hate wearing contacts. And I'm scared of laser surgery. So go to zennyoptical.com, and they always have like promotions and stuff going on, so just check it out. And order up your glasses. Just type in your prescription. And the shipping is, they have different types of shipping, and, you can spend some on the shipping or whatever, but go to zennyoptical.com. That's where I got my safety glasses that are prescription. That's where I get my regular glasses that are prescription. And that's where I get my sunglasses that are prescription. And there's a ton of variety there. And it comes in a really nice hard case, which I saved because one of them spilled up. It's just, I like the cases. It's nice for my go bag. I can use them for other stuff. And your glasses don't get crushed or fucked up or anything. And they're lasting, like, if you get the anti-scratch coating and all that shit on there, it's actually pretty fucking good. The sunglasses I got on right now, I got like 3 years ago. And you with every order, you earn points with your account, so you can get, discounts and stuff. So go check it out. Man, I would love to get sponsored by somebody. I think that'd be super cool. I would sponsor the fuck out of whoever would want to sponsor me. That's another reason, because last night, whenever I was doing after the podcast, I was like, I do want to do another intro. So I did a bunch of different intros, just trying them out, which is kind of like inside baseball, but I just driving around, I ain't got nothing to do. I just try out a bunch of different intros, listen to them back, and I'm like, I don't like any of these. And then finally one of them hit. But then I kept fucking up the words. So the intro that you hear now, I've done like 17 times. But I finally found one that worked. I added the same song, background music to it. But there's a weird guitar note at the very end. But, I'm going to leave it in. Because I don't know how to fix that. And I don't care. It's just like a at the end of it. And then I recorded some outros also, but they seem cheesy, so I'm not doing any of the outros. Maybe if the podcast does grow substantially and I get some like I don't know, some sponsors. I don't know. I feel like I need to add an email to my deal because I don't know if a AG. Let's just throw it in for example. Like if an AG1 is like, oh, this guy's fucking cool. Let's sponsor him. I'm like, how do we get a hold of him? Well, check out the Facebook and YouTube link in the description box. Do I check it often? No. And if I miss that, if I, just like, nope, not doing that, then I don't know. Anyways, we got our new phones are on order, so that's exciting. I don't know. The anxious part of me is like, man, I already have like all of my passwords are good to go. I shouldn't have any issue like getting the apps and getting them logged into and having everything go smoother with my phone. And the new phone is another sponsor for fucking Samsung S24 Ultra. It's got a super duper fast fingerprint scanner, which I know some people, conspiracy minded, they're like, fuck that. Well, I already use one right now, so my fingerprint's there already. So but it's faster on the new phone, and the new phone has a ton of AI features, which is also another conspiracy thing. It's like, what the fuck am I doing to myself? Is this going to be one of the biggest mistakes of my life, getting this phone? But I don't think so. I think it'll be fine. And I think a lot of the stuff is going to be kind of cool. Also, if you go scroll down on Spotify and check out this thing already, I guess Spotify did an update, or maybe the podcast did an update, because Spotify for podcasters is a totally different app. But it creates its own chapters for my podcast. I had no idea it was doing this. And there's no way for me to either turn it off or set it up any better. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, scroll down and you'll see a bunch of different chapters. I did not label those chapters. I did not timestamp those. I didn't do anything at all other than, because if you go like 8 episodes ago, you'll notice that there aren't chapters on there. Yeah, that's the way I've always done it. I've never done the chapters thing. But it's doing the chapters for me, which is kind of interesting, because I was scrolling through it yesterday, just checking some stuff out. I was like, holy shit, this is interesting. So I don't know. The world is changing in multiple ways. AI is, I would say slowly, but it's not slow. It's quickly taking over a lot of things, which, I don't know, listening to some people have kind of calmed me on that, because AI, yes, if you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, you should probably be a little worried. Luckily, I don't really do anything I shouldn't be doing. I think I'm pretty safe. So, but yeah, it is kind of like an intrusion of privacy and stuff. It's like, what the fuck? But it's taking over. Like, there's not really going to be... I'm certainly not going to be a guy to take it on and try to figure out how to get around it. And I'm not, that's just going to single you out and make them watch you more. So I'm just... AI's doing what it's doing. Try to not do anything nefarious in your life. And I think you'll be fine. I hope. I hope AI doesn't take your job. That really sucks. If AI takes your fucking job, oh shit. Now I feel like AI could technically take over the job I'm doing, but it's gonna take a while for them to figure out, and for my company to purchase these expensive fucking robots. that would be able to do what we're about to do. You know, how is a robot going to know how to slurry up a fucking dumpster and hook up hoses and then wash it out, you know, completely and fully? But, you know, you never know. It could definitely take off and start doing its own shit. Bless me, bless you, bless us all. I don't know where the fucking the dumpster is, so I'm just driving around the back side of Walmart right now. Let's see if I can find anything. Should be a big fenced-in area, and I'm guessing it's in the front parking lot because it is not in the back. It's not over there. Where the fuck is this shit? Oh, it's way over there. Way over there. Let's cruise over here. I don't like driving one of these trucks in front of a Walmart. So I'm going all the way around the outside here. So I don't run over somebody. Because the front tires on this thing stick out quite a bit. And you never know, these fucking idiots walking out of Walmart early in the morning, they ain't got nothing going on. They're just gonna die, get run over by a fucking truck or something. And I don't want to be involved with that at all. Alrighty. We're here. I'm gonna pause it and I'll bring y'all back. Yo! We're done. I don't know if we're done for the day, but I am done with this job now. It is now almost 3 o'clock. It took a while. It took a while. And I don't know. If I remember, I'll post up the pictures of what I did today on the Facebook. They're not super. I mean, I used a vac truck. I don't even know if the vac truck is in the pictures, but yeah, it was a roll-off box dumpster, and it had a liner in it, and it was over halfway full of concrete slurry. And the little guy I'm with, he was out there walking on it because it was setting up is what it was doing. So I'm glad we were able to come out and get it taken care of now before it became too big of an issue. But yeah, we got it all slurried up and sucked up. Well, recording is now resumed. I got a phone call right in the middle of when I was talking. Wonderful. And do you know, is that phone call good? No, it's not good. Not good at all. He's like, hey, you ready to go home? I was like, yes, I haven't been home to see my kids all week long. They've been, I get to see them in the morning the other day. That's about it. He's like, oh, well, we need you to run up to St. Joseph, Missouri with the truck that you're in to get a load of the fucking microbials or whatever the fuck they are. I don't know. 1,000 gallons of microbes and take it over to the pig plant. Ugh. This does not sound like it's going to be a good fucking day now. I'm already completely covered in fucking concrete. And I was like, am I the first one you asked? He's like, Yeah, well, I mean, it's on your schedule. I was like, I don't know. I mean, unless you just put it on the schedule, I don't know. He's like, no, well, we were talking about having you do that. We didn't realize that the job that you were on today was going to take all day. I was like, oh, well, yeah, it did. He's like, okay, well, go ahead and head up to St. Joe and do that work. Which, I don't know. It sounds like easy work. It's just that it's an hour up there and an hour back. And it's probably going to take an hour to do the work. Not fun. Not fun at all. And, yeah. Not looking forward to this. And both places that I go are going to be stinky as fuck. Yeah, yucky. But, oh well. More hours. Hooray! I'm going to go there. I'm going to be like, hey, I don't know. You guys didn't put me on anything this weekend. Because you better not have. Because I am turning my phone off. And I'm not doing any work this weekend. If that's what y'all are implying. Because, let's see. Let's just check out my geotab. Let's see what it says here. Motherfucking bumpy motherfucking road. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. I can't touch I can't touch a little button. I have 12 hours left of my cycle. So, 12 hours, that means it'll be 70 hours for the week. It's a long week. It's a long week. Oh, I got my blinker on. Anyways, yeah, I thought I was about to tell you, oh yeah, things went great. You know, got covered in fucking concrete. The hose was clogging up every now and again, but it wasn't no big deal. We were able to just spray the power washer up into the hose, and it would clear it out. A little high pressure in there, blow out the concrete slurry, because it's like a Play-Doh. Or, well, Play-Doh doesn't really... Yeah, I guess kind of like a Play-Doh or whatever. It's just like... Well, no, not like Play-Doh. Play-Doh... What am I trying to think of? It's just mushy. It's like Play-Doh, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and say it's like Play-Doh, even though it's not really like Play-Doh. Concrete slurry. It's chunky, and the guys that work there that put the stuff in the dumpster, I don't know what they got. They got like concrete machines and stuff or whatever, and they're like cutting up concrete. I don't really know, and they just dump it in this dumpster. So they're dumping chunks of stuff, like there's a 2x4 in there. And there's other like plastic pieces of stuff that kept getting stuck in the hose too. But we were able to get it all knocked out real easy. Like it just took a long fucking time. And yeah, halfway through the day we ran out of water because we have a 500-gallon water tank on the pressure washer. But we ran out. Well, we were getting low to run out, so I was like, you know what? This is a good time to just go ahead and stop. You, which is the other guy, run to the shop, stop, get you lunch, whatever you need to do. Just head to the shop and fill up that water tank. And I'll wait here. And I was gonna, you know, as the slurry sits, it separates a little bit, so I was able to suck a little bit more of that slurry out of there while he was gone. And luckily I didn't clog anything up. Not that it really would have mattered. I would have just capped it and been like, all right, well, I guess I'm done for now. But, yep. Got that done. And, well, so while he was going to fill up, I was like, ooh, let me look on the map real quick to see, because there's a lot of businesses around there. And there's a barbecue joint, a burger, beer, barbecue joint. And I was like, that sounds perfect. They open at 11. It is 11:05. wonderful. And it's right, basically sharing the Walmart parking lot. So I go walk over there, and as I'm walking over there, somebody pulls in the parking lot, and there's no cars there, and a lady gets out. She's like, "We're closed." I was like, "Oh, what? Oh, it says here you open at 11. Are you just now getting in?" She's like, "No, like, there's no food here. We're closing this branch down." I'm like, "Wonderful." So I just walked all the way across the Walmart parking lot hoping to get food here. So I turned around, I went inside of Walmart, and I grabbed a rotisserie chicken, a diet green tea, and what else did I grab? An apple. And I ate all that in the cab of my truck. And it was actually so fucking delicious, but I ate an entire rotisserie chicken to myself. Is that a lot? It didn't really feel, it felt like the right amount of food. Is what it felt like. So, that was awesome. I went in there hoping I was going to find one of those racks of ribs they got laying out, but those are always covered in fucking sauce and shit. I just made it to the shop. I gotta fuel up this truck. Ate that, and the guy got back, and then I realized I was out of chew. So once he got back, I said, "Hey man, can you one-man this job for a little bit? I need to run over to the gas station." So I unhooked the pickup truck from the trailer and took off. Apparently they have a ton of road work going on over there. And grabbed me a can of chew and went back, and then we finished the job. Everything went really well. And now he's back in that trailer in the shop. I'm getting a load of fuel. And I thought I was going to have an early day today. Nope. B125. Go. Odometer, 79,238. Boom. On. Diesel. Connecting. And come on now. What are you having trouble connecting for? Oh, fuck. Come on, Diesel. What is going on here? There we go. We're good. Start. Oh, boy. So, yeah, now I get to go do more fucking work. Yay. Alright. So I feel like the Lightning McQueen talking to the Rust-eze people. Ka-chow. Like, I'm getting paid to do this, but I'd rather just not do this. I'd rather just go the fuck home. Have a nice early Friday. Well, not even early. It would be a nice regular Friday, but now it's overtime. Hooray! Man, oh man, doing work. Also, I'd like to have some feedback, but I don't know, the Facebook group isn't very popular. But I would like to know if there's an option I can do to put a chat at the bottom of the, like, you can leave a comment at the bottom of the podcast. So I don't know. I'm not gonna do it, but if I get a response back from people saying, yeah, that'd be cool to be able to have a comment at the bottom of the podcast on Spotify. It's like right there, so it's not like you have to do too much extra shit just to leave a comment. You just scroll down and it's right there. You can comment on the episode. So if you would like to do that, let me know. I haven't had anybody. Well, I've had a few people on the Facebook group, but also with the Facebook group, it's such a small thing, and I get some fake people on there, and I just decline their, because I mean, I'm a fake person. My name is Wolfpack Creations on fucking, or One Man Wolfpack or whatever. So I understand some people don't have, a regular name on their Facebook. But anyways, I'm going to pause this. I'll be back. Well, still on my way up here. But I decided to call up my buddy, my Florida boy buddy. I called him up. I had been not avoiding calling him, but I just didn't. I was like, I'm going to save everything I have to say until I get down there. And my wife was like, you're going to have enough to say no matter what. I'm like, you're right. So, called him up just to see how he's doing. See what he's been up to. He's like, not much. I'm like, tell me something, though. He's like, no, man, there's nothing going on here. I'm like, you live in paradise. And there's nothing going on. He's like, no. I'm like, what are you doing today? He's like, I got off really early, so I've been sleeping. I'm like, okay. Like, he was talking about working on the backyard. I'm like, you work on the backyard? He's like, yeah, work on the backyard. Okay. Do you want to elaborate on that? Not really. I'm like, okay. He was just waking up, so he was waking up still. But we talked about Kletus McFarland. Me and him, we just think he's the greatest fucking guy in the world, Kletus McFarland, and everybody over there, the Freedom Factory crew. And we were talking, we're like, all right, how are we going to get to the Freedom Factory? Because my wife, she's like, we're not going to have time for that. We're not doing that. We're not going to go there. We're not doing. I'm like, are you trying to get hit? Is that what you want me to do? You want me to hit you? Just kidding. That's a joke. But seriously, I'm not going to go to Florida and be within like 2.5 hours of the Freedom Factory and not fucking go. Are you insane? We're going. So I was telling him kind of a little bit about that. I was like, how about this? When we're sitting there and we're just hanging out, me and you just look at each other and we, raise our eyebrows and we go get in your truck and we just hit the fucking road and turn our fucking cell phones off and just go. The wives and the kids will be fine. I'd like to take them with us. I'd like to get a picture of my son in front of the fucking helmet. That'd be fucking cool. But apparently that's not what she wants to do. I'm sure that's what we'll end up doing. Is we'll just do a whole road trip out over there. But we're going to the fucking Freedom Factory, guys. We're going. And a little fender over there on the side of the road or something, flat tire or something going on. Yeah, we're going. And then I had to get off the phone with him because I got another phone call coming in from the guy that's in charge of the job that I'm going to do right now. And he said, hey, I just wanted to say I really appreciate you and, the hours you've been putting in this week doing all different sorts of jobs. Most of the jobs I've been doing haven't been for him anyways. But he's like, I put a little something special in your fucking lockbox. So make sure you check that before you leave tonight. like, okay, I will. Like, thank you, sir. You know, because I didn't really, I did kind of insinuate that I really didn't want to do this job, but I didn't put up a fight at all. I was just like, all right, yeah, yeah, I was hoping to go home, but nah, that's fine. I'll go to St. Joe. You know, more money, right? I just smile with despair. More money, 4 hours. Who needs to go home when you can make money at work? The kids are young. I'll be able to see them tomorrow. I don't need to see them tonight. See the kids maybe when they're older. It's the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. Hey, Dad, what you doing? I'm going to work. I don't know how the rest of the song goes, but the gist of it is, hey, Dad, can we hang out? No, I have to work. Maybe later. That's what this week has been. But I got to see my son this morning. I did. He woke up early before me. He didn't have school or anything, and I let him out of his room. But it was right as I was getting ready to head out the door. So I gave him a big hug. I was like, I love you, buddy. I'll be home. I'll be home later on. We can play. He's like, can we play Fortnite tonight? I was like, of course we can. I wouldn't do anything other than play Fortnite with you, buddy. Especially when I've been away from him forever. So yeah, we're gonna play Fortnite tonight. Well, I don't know. I might talk to the wife like on my way home. I'm like, keep the kids up. Like they can stay up a little bit late. It'll be fine. Just keep them up. I want them to be awake when I get home. We could do all kinds of, well, not tonight, but they have a ton of Lego kits that we haven't built yet. And, you know, I talked about building a Lego kit with them one night, and that was a lot of fun. It was stressful because I was trying to help each of them build two different sections of the Lego deal. And one of them's shoving a piece in their nose, and the other one's just dumping them on the floor. And I'm like, oh, God, please stop. We got to get these Legos put together. And that was really late. It was like 10:30, and my wife got home, and then she's like, why are the kids up? I'm like, because we're building Legos. We're almost done. And the kids went to bed just fine, and they woke up just fine, and everything was fine. It's like, quick, give me the stare. She wants my body in the bed. Yeah, with my late nights and stuff, we've been little separated this week in that sense. Because I get home and I'm like, I just need to go to sleep. Because I have to get up in the morning and go to work. So I don't know. Tonight should be a good night. It was almost good this morning. Almost good this morning. Alright, let's exit out of that one, and we're not doing that one. We're going to this place. This is where we're going. Yeah, he's like, it's a really quick job to do. Is it? Is it a quick job to do? What if I had to stop at the scale? What if I blow out a tire? This is the same highway where I fucking flipped the goddamn truck. What if I flip the fucking truck? I mean, I'm empty right now. We washed this thing out. It's sparkling clean on the inside. I made sure, because the other guy was inside of it, and he cleaned it out, and then he got out, and I was like, you left footprints in there. He's like, it's going to be filled up with shit on Monday. I'm like, I know, but just wash it out. Like, just rinse out the fucking feet off the fucking bottom of the tank. Make it look nice and clean. We opened up all the valves. I drained out all the fucking other like oil tanks or whatever. Everything is perfect on this truck. Other than I was even thinking about stopping by the truck wash on my way home just to gain a little bit extra time. Or on my way back to the shop, I was thinking about going to the truck wash, get this thing fucking sparkling clean. But I ended up getting a phone call. Well, I wasn't gonna. I was just gonna go back to the shop. I was like, fuck all that. I'm just gonna go home. But now, for sure, I'm not gonna get this thing cleaned up. I was behind a white Subaru Forester. These white SUVs are horrible. Behind a white SUV, a little Forester, we're all doing 70, 75. Everything's going great, and then for some reason they slow way the fuck down. So now I'm pinned. I'm pinned to the fucking floor here. We're rolling. And yeah, this truck on Monday, I did look to see what it was doing. Because he was like, yeah, you might have to rinse out the truck. I'm like, I just got done washing this fucking truck out. It's completely clean. I'm going to put the microbes in here, and then I'm going to take the microbes out of here. And he's like, well, it depends on what it's doing on Monday. And he looked, and this truck is going to go over and grab a load of resin. So he's like, yeah, fuck cleaning it. Just load, offload, and come back. Don't even worry about rinsing it out or anything. So I'm like, okay, cool. Because where they would want me to rinse out at this place is not a fucking nice place to rinse out. There was constantly, I've been in there and there's been dead hogs just laid in the fucking alleyway. You know, they're fucking ripped open and fucking dead and shit. It's like the hogs that die in the pen, they just grab them up with a forklift and take them out and dump them in the alley, and then they get chopped up and sent off to the dog food fucking plant or whatever. I don't know what happens to them, but they ain't no good no more. Yeah, where I'm going, it's the pork factory. So and I've talked to the guys up there. I'm like, so which one of you guys is the one that like ends the life of the pigs? And he's like, well, we all do it. We all rotate. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, we don't keep anybody on it for too long. And if anybody doesn't want to do it, we don't make them do it. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, that's good, I guess. But the people that want to do it, what are you doing? I could never work there. I mean, I eat pig. I eat a lot of pork. I like pork. I think it's delicious. It has a great meal, and I'm glad that there's a company over here providing pork to everybody. But I don't think I could work in that environment. It's like I would rather be like on a farm, like a smaller factory. It's like the pigs have a pretty okay life, and then they die. And instead, these pigs, they have a fucking a strange life where they're not even allowed to touch grass or whatever. I don't really know exactly what the stipulations are, but I know if like a cattle or a cattle hauler or even a fucking pig hauler, if the pigs get out and they touch the ground, they're no good no more. And they're fucking huge, dude. They are filled to the gills with all different kinds of fucking shit that just fattens them up and makes them all juicy and tasty. Big old piggies. Bright pink piggies. Do pigs get a sunburn? I don't know. I might have to ask somebody about that. Do pigs get sunburned? Because if you have a pig, well, I guess that's why they roll around in the mud. They like to roll around in the mud, and then the mud shields the fucking UV rays. They still get hot as fuck, but they're an animal, livestock animal. They're used to being in the hot fucking heat, as long as they got a shady spot to go or whatever. But most of these fucking pigs probably ain't never seen outside other than when they're in the transport truck. They're like, what the fuck is that? They're like, that's a tree? Holy shit, what are those things on the road? Those are cars? I ain't never seen nothing like that before. Holy shit, we're going on a fucking cruise. Got all my buddies over here. Jebediah, he's dead. He's on the floor. We trampled him to death because he fell down. But, for the rest of us, we're going to fucking Awesomeville. They get to Awesomeville and they get shoved into another pen and they're like, all right, this is like the boarding area. Like we're going on another ship because, they got the corral or whatever and they just zigzag through and then they're like, all right, now what does that smell? It smells like fucking death. It smells like death in here and it's loud as fuck. And they just hear, and that fucking J-Bob getting fucking cut up into half. He's dead already, but I don't know. It's if you want to be an animal activist, go check it out. I am not an animal activist. It's just, they wouldn't, if it wasn't profitable and people weren't, buying the product, they wouldn't do it. They do have rules and regulations. I ain't never seen protesters out of this place. I'm sure there have been. It's just, that's the way the world works nowadays. It's not like a long time ago when you went to the old farmer. My uncle, he raised pigs and rabbit and chicken and duck and guinea and all kind of beef. My uncle, he had like, it was like a 20-acre plot. And he had a big garden on it, and then he had a pig pen. He had stalls inside the barn, but they were always full of other shit. But they had pigs. He always had 2 pigs. And then Thanksgiving, he'd go out there and dress the pigs for the ball, So it was always interesting, but those pigs ate good, They were always eating, the leftovers, table scraps, and he didn't really eat like McDonald's or anything like that. He was always growing his own shit. This is not a fun highway to be on right now. It's fucking bumpy. I'm glad I ate a whole rotisserie chicken earlier. I won't be home until probably 8 o'clock tonight. Ay, 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 ay. Slaughterhouse, here I come. What else is going on? Yeah, this weekend, I don't know. I think this weekend I need to focus on the yard again. I need to clean up the yard some more. I need to clean up, the toys and shit. I'd like to get the garage cleaned up pretty good. And we're going to take one of the cars. You got to get the cars ready. I mean, we have a whole week before we go, so it's not like we need to get everything tip-top ready shape right now. But, you know, I need a carpet clean again. The kids keep spilling shit in the fucking floor. They we have that sand stuff, that unbelievable sand or whatever the fuck it's called. I have to wait on you fucks. Jesus Christ. Fucking dumb fucks. They're all going to a stop sign, and the stop sign is all backed up, and I can't get off the fucking highway because everybody was like, "Oh, you gotta make it to the stop sign line." It's like, dude, you're next in line. Fucking slow down. Let me fucking out. I'm turning left. You're going straight. Leave me the fuck alone. All these fucking fuckheads. I fucking hate y'all. Everybody in St. Joe's a fucking dumb shit. Okay. I say that from time to time, just wherever I'm at, and I have a minor inconvenience, I just say everybody's a dumb shit. You have a whole lane, buddy. They're coming in on one lane, you have a whole lane. You have a whole lane. You have a whole lane. Jesus Christ. So they got a lot of road construction over here. And they have, everybody has to be in one lane. And as soon as, where I was at, I was trying to turn left, you have two lanes. Pull out, buddy. These dumb shits don't know what the fuck is going on. St. Joe, I've complained about St. Joe before. I saw a police officer chasing a chicken here once. There were two police officers because I was driving down the road and they ran out in the fucking road. And I was like, whoa, and I slowed down and I look over and they're chasing a fucking chicken. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. How dumb are you fucks out here? Police officer killed chasing a chicken. Well, he didn't look both ways. Why did the chicken cross the road? That's what I want to know. Why did the chicken cross the road? Well, I guess it was to fucking lead the police officers to their fucking death. Get ran over by a fucking lumber truck. That's when I saw lumber out here. I got hit by a lumber truck. That's why I'm in heaven. Well, how did you get hit by a lumber truck? You were like writing a ticket on the side of the road or something? Nope, I was chasing a chicken. I'm like, all right, well, I don't know. You guys need to figure out your priorities. Tase the chicken. That's what I say. Tase the little fucker. Then you catch him. I don't know, but I seriously, that's probably the closest I've ever come to hitting a police officer. And I wasn't that close, but I was coming down a hill and I see them running out in the road. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to slow down. What the fuck is going on here? And there's a fucking chicken. You're dumb. You're all dumb. Alright, can we speed the fuck up? The speed limit is not 10. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. Whoa! Dinner tonight? I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. You're turning here? You're turning here? You're turning here. Okay, you're turning here? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go across the fucking tracks. Alright. Ow, ow, oh, hey, Father, fuck. That is a strange monument to just have right there. Oh, it used to be a big building. Alright, now, that's where I'm gonna go later. I had to go a little bit of a longer way than normal because I don't know where things are out here. But I know if I can make it to the place where I'm going, at the end of the day, I can make it to the place, the other place where I'm supposed to pick up the fucking shit. Which is right over here. Alright. Ah! Right down the street. It would have been so much faster to go the other way. Oh, please, shit. God damn, these are rough ass roads. Holy moly. Alright, we're gonna turn here. Not here. Up here. Not there. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this so I can focus. If you hate the audio for the next segment, I am so sorry. Because I fucked up, and I don't know. I fucked up, and the next 47 minutes is kind of hard to hear, and it's a lot of background noise. I'm going to go ahead and post it up and listen to it if you'd like to. If you don't like that, I promise you there's nothing exciting in there. I think it was a really good segment, but it's ruined. And I don't want to try. I can't do things twice. That's what scares me about becoming a comedian, is trying to do things, like do the same jokes over and over and over again. Because, I mean, I can do the stories multiple times, but I cannot do them like 2 days in a row or hours apart. I just can't do that. But anyways, sorry about the next 47 minutes. Enjoy or just listen to something else. I don't know. Oh, shit. Hold on. Alright, here we are back for probably not the final segment, but a segment nonetheless. Think about that. Think about nonetheless. What the fuck are you saying, cryptic bitch? Nonetheless, that doesn't. Anyways, I just got my glasses cleaned, and now there's a fucking hair on it, and I can see the hair, and I don't want to see the hair on my glasses. Down on the bottom of my left eye. Alright, we're done. All we gotta do is drive home. Simple task. Drive the fuck home. We're done. I only got 3 hours left to be on the clock. Anyways, luckily it's only an hour home. Man. Alright, so I went to the wastewater treatment plant. And I know the guy there. I've seen him before. At that same place. wastewater treatment plant. And so me and him were talking. He's like, last time I talked to him, which was over a year ago, he's like, man, y'all hiring? I'm like, yes, we are. Come on over. Have a good time. And he hasn't changed one bit. He's like, y'all hire? I'm like, yes. Yes, we are. He's like, man, I want to get me a 9-to-5 job. I'm like, well, that's not us. So don't put an application in. I mean, maybe the office, if you get an office job, but I don't know. You don't want an office job. Nobody wants an office job. Well, I guess some days it'd be cool if I had an office job. Like today, I would much rather have a clean restroom and a vending machine just a few feet away from me. Be able to go out, eat at a restaurant, have an hour lunch, and just, I don't know, fuck around on a computer for a while. Sure, I could do that. You know, today, I'd do that today for sure. Rather than this, I don't know. I actually had an okay day. It just turned out to be a longer day than I wanted it to be. That's the only complaint I have. But, yeah, I got over there, talked to the guy, and he had me back in, and they have a little pit full of their microbes, I guess. I don't fucking know. They keep them in stock, I guess. I don't fucking know. And loaded up 1,000 gallons. He's like, are you sure it's 1,000? I was like, yeah. Like, I talked to my boss. I'm going to just call him my boss, but he's the guy in charge of the job. I asked him, I was like, because I don't have a clear way to gauge what 1,000 gallons is. And he doesn't either. So I was like, if I go over 1,000, is that okay? He's like, yeah, that's fine. If I go under 1,000, yeah, that's fine. Just try to get close to 1,000 when you can. And I shut the fuck up and I left. And I got there, and then I was like, do you have a way to tell me if I put 1,000 pulled 1,000 out of your tank? He's like, nah, man, I don't fucking know shit. Y'all hiring? Right. We might be hiring, but currently I am a customer of yours. I'd like to purchase 1,000 gallons of microbial seed. That's what they call it, seed. I don't know. Why the fuck? No, never mind. I'm going the right way. I thought I was going the wrong way. I was going to say, fuck, I'm going the wrong goddamn way. I won't be able to get on the road, but no, I took the highway. Anyways, get that loaded up. I just pulled a third of a tank. It's a 3,000 gallon back truck, so that's the only thing I can go off of. Is this thing holds 3,000 gallons max. So I'm just gonna fill it until it says what I think a third is. So hopefully I did a little bit less rather than more, but nobody gives a fuck. Nobody wanted paperwork, nobody wanted to do, they were like, yeah, this is free. I'm like, what? Just kidding, it wasn't free, but I'm sure it wasn't free. But whatever, I don't know. And got that, and then I ran over to the place where I needed to go, the pig pen, and called the guy that I'm supposed to meet over there twice, no answer. Called my guy, he said, I'll call you right back. And he called me right back. He said, somebody's coming out to meet you. And we go, and I'm like, all right, where would you like this to go? Because the guy who just walked up, he's like, hey. I'm like, hey. He's like, glad you're here. I'm like, me too. Where do you want it? He's like, where do I want what? I was like, the microbes stuff. And he laughed, and he's like, the microbes? Okay, yeah, we'll put them in the tank. Like, he said it all like he was joking or something. And I'm like, you want it in the tank? He's like, yeah, yeah, we're gonna put it in the tank. What? Okay, we're putting it in the tank. Don't fuck with me, because that's where it's going, motherfucker. And I was like, how do I get to the tank? He's like, alright, there's a little alley over here. There's a bunch of shit in the way. So guy doesn't, I don't know what he does there. I feel like he's just a guy that walks around, and if something looks like it's starting to fuck up, he can just be like, hey, this shit's fucking up. So I don't know what he does there. The guy has no clue about anything or nothing. So he gets all the shit moved out, and then I'm back in, and there's like a tall staircase. And I don't know what gallon count this is, but it's like, I don't know, let's just say 500,000 gallons tank. That may be wrong. Probably like 300,000. But it's a big fucking cylindrical tank. What is it with white SUVs? I'm thinking about getting a white SUV. I want to know, how much power do you feel like you have when you are driving a fucking white SUV? Tahoe. A guy's getting on the highway. I get in the left lane. The guy gets on the highway, he gets past me. I go to turn into the right lane, and there's a white SUV in the right, passing me on the right-hand side. I don't understand what white SUV fucking people do. How do you live your life? Who ties your shoes? Somebody else has got to tie them. Because you just like get into a fight with fucking shoelaces. Fighting. They'd be just fighting shoelaces the whole time. I fucking hate, if you're in a white SUV right now, go ahead and take it in the ditch. Just take it right to the fucking ditch. Get the fuck out of the way. You don't know how to drive, apparently. It's always a white SUV. Totally lost my thought because I about fucking took somebody off the side of the fucking road. I carry the hose to the top of the stairs. I drape it over the edge of the tank. I walk down the stairs. It's not a super duper tall tank. It's only about 25 feet tall, but it's super duper wide. And I take the hose, I go down and I hook the hose up to the truck and I start pumping. But before I start pumping, I was like, hey man, will you go up there? Because this shit's gonna fucking, I either need to go up there and punch it, but it'd be easier if you just went up there and fucking held the hose for a second while I opened the valve. Once I get the valve opened up, and the hose is all heavy, it should be fine. It was. I even had the tank tilted back pretty far, so as soon as the hose started jumping, it would be empty. Well, the hose started jumping, whenever you start to push air, it fell out of the fucking tank. It just hopped right out of the fucking tank. There was barely anything left in the hose. But whatever was left in the hose just fucking rained down on top of both of me and the other guy. And the microbe stuff, whenever I looked at it, whenever I was loading it, it just looked like black water. Like nothing crazy about it, just like black water. That shit was brown and chunky looking. Okay, it was not cool, and it rained down on top of me and the other guy that was standing there. And he's like, the hose is out. I'm like, oh shit, fuck. And I closed my valves, and it's still spraying, so I had to go over there and fit the tank and fucking turn off the pump. And I go over there and I run up the stairs and I drape it over the edge again. And then I go back down to the guy. I'm like, hey man, can you go out there and hold the fucking hose? Because apparently it wants to jump out. We were both just experienced what happened. Will you hold that up there? And I'm going to open the valves and turn on the pump again. And once I have that done, it should be empty and good to go. 25 ounces, let's say, 25 ounces of microbes went onto your concrete. Sorry about that. He's like, I don't give a fuck about anything. Fuck this job. I'm like, okay. And I put my hoses away, gave him his piece of paper, and I fucking hit the road directly across the street to the truck stop to wash my fucking hands. So there's nowhere, at the place where I'm at, there's nowhere to wash your hands. Like, they just don't, they're like, yeah, you'll have to go home to wash your hands. I don't know. I don't understand. Because it's a giant complex with a bunch of different buildings, but there's nowhere to wash your motherfucking hands. So I just left and I went straight across the truck stop and I washed my hands. I'm not kidding. 10 times. I washed my hands because it was like greasy. I had to move. While the guy was moving shit with the forklift, I've had to move some stuff, and there was this big long, it was like forklift attachment, and it had a big hook on it, and I'm moving it, and my hands are like, it feels like it's covered in Vaseline, Vaseline, and I'm like, ew, what the fuck is this? And I realized that is the hook that they pick up the hogs with the forklift. Like, they hook the hog. I don't understand how it works. It's obviously a dead hog by that time. But I don't know if this is like the dead hog hook, or this is like the dead hog. Like I saw a couple dead ones actually. I mean, you're always gonna see a dead one when you're there. But anyways, yeah, so I grab a hold of that and I pull it off to the side, and I'm like, why am I not wearing gloves right now? My hands were already pretty dirty from the job I did beforehand, but I at least was able to rinse my hands off with the pressure washer, not with the gun attached, but just the hose. I was able to rinse my hands off, and I was okay with that. But I was like, man, my hands are fucking disgusting. And I went to a truck stop, and I'm pretty sure that girl that was there was getting off of shift, and the new girl had just showed up, and they just cleaned the bathroom. So I made sure to clean up my area when I was done, but I had to clean everything. It was thick on my fucking hands. And now it's still on the steering wheel a little bit, but that's a lot less than what it was, so I think I'm okay now. I'll wash my hands again before I get in my car. And, I don't know, usually every time, if I go into a gas station, all I have to do is use a restroom. I usually try to buy something, just because, well, I got a funny story about that. So I would always, because some gas stations, they say, minimum purchase or whatever, and they're usually Indian or, I don't know, Indian-owned, convenience stores or whatever, and they have like a minimum purchase order, no public restroom or no restroom for the public or what, I don't know. They got a lot of rules inside there. Oh! Ran over a tire, part of a tire. Somebody's going to be up here on the shoulder. So anyways, I usually will try to go in and I'll just grab something cheap. A drink or a Slim Jim or something. I feel like I should buy something. So, I got a Propel water this time. And it's actually really good. I forgot that Propel was something that was delicious. It got kiwi strawberry, and I checked the back of it. It does not have vitamin B12, which is good. I'd rather not take B12 than take cyanobalama, cyanide. I'd rather not take cyanide than take cyanide. So this does not have that in it. It's the perfect drink, and I haven't had a Propel in a while. So now I know what I'm going after. Every time I go into a gas station. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna drink? Propel. Propel will do the job. But anyways, I was hauling lumber, and I was headed through Sedalia. And I'll try to give specific locations so you can go to this place and see for yourself. But you go all the way to the east side of Sedalia, which is the far side to me. Whenever I think about Sedalia, because I live in Kansas City area. So anyways, you get on 50 highway, you take it all the way down into Sedalia, and all the way down, it's a 4-lane highway, 50 highway, all the way until you get to the edge of Sedalia, and it turns into a 2-lane. Right before it turns into a 2-lane, there's a little truck stop there, and I was hauling lumber out to the Amish, way out over there, and like Jefferson County, Jefferson City, whatever. And I stop in there, and I go inside, and I take a leak, and I wash my hands or whatever. I don't know. I just go in there because I had to pee. And when I come out, I go to the coffee cups. And I grab a coffee cup, and I, fill it up. I put my sugar, my cream in it. I mix it up. It's not the greatest cup of coffee, not at all. But it's a cup of coffee, and I do enjoy a nice cup of coffee there and there, and then and now and later. And I go to ring it up. She's like, just the coffee? I was like, yep, just the coffee. She's like, it costs us a lot of money for you just to buy 1 cup of coffee. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, there should be we have a minimum purchase standard. I was like, oh, well, I don't want anything else. All I'd like is a cup of coffee. She's like, I'm going to let you do it this time, but next time, Like, really? Okay. I paid, and I got my cup of coffee. I should have just been like, okay, and then just walked out without the cup of coffee. And been like, fuck the cup of coffee. I was being nice. That's what I'm talking about. I was being nice. Go into a store. It's weird to walk into a store, say hello to the teller, use the restroom, turn around, and walk straight back out. It's just weird to me. It's like, hello, thanks for letting me expel my body fluids where you were. I'm not buying anything that you have though. But no, I was like, I'll buy a cup of coffee. And it was actually a little bit later in the day. It's like, you're going to throw this coffee away. And she gives me some fucking attitude about me buying a $1.25 cup of coffee and nothing else. And I'm like, wow, okay. She's like, are you sure you don't want anything else? Because, that cup of coffee costs us, it costs us to run your car. It's like, and I've had years to think about this. And I'm just like, how about you charge more for your cup of coffee so you're not losing money, bitch? How about this? Give it to me for free. There's an idea. No, you want me to spend more money in your shitty piece of shit truck? I'm sure a lot of truckers love to stop there, and maybe that's just her flirting with me. But every time I've driven by that piece of shit truck stop, I remember that cup of coffee I bought, and the stories and the years to think about it, stew on it, all the way up to the point of telling you guys. It's been a long time coming. That's the cup of coffee story. The best cup of coffee, not being healthy whatsoever, is at Quick Trip. Okay, go in there and you grab the marshmallow cappuccino. You're like, well, yeah, that's not healthy. That's cappuccino. That's not even coffee. Hold the fuck on, Chemo Sabe. Not done yet. You fill it up to about like a quarter of a cup. Or less even. Because it's got so much fucking sugar in that cappuccino. You just fill it up, you know, like a quarter of the way or less. I usually do less. But you start with that, the cappuccino. And you gotta hold the button and wait until there's actual liquid coming through. Until it's like fully mixed. It'll first push water through. And then the powder will start to feed in there. So you don't put water in your cup. Just hold the button until it's like, motherfucking fly, get away from me. This fly is just fucking with me. Fuck you. I touched it. Get the fuck out of here. Roll the window down. Get the fuck out. I think he flew directly out. No, he didn't. He's fucking right here. Motherfucker. Get out of here, fly. Get out. Let's see if he's gone. I don't know. They're so small and it's hard to see. I don't know. Is he out? I hope so. Jesus Christ, he kept landing on my motherfucking nose, dude. Disrespectful. Back to the coffee. Quarter cup of marshmallow cappuccino. Fill the rest of it up with a dark roast. Doesn't matter which one. Because it's going to taste like the cappuccino. So fill it up with the dark roast, and then it's too fucking hot. Coffee is way too fucking hot. You gotta cool that shit down. So what you do is you grab the lid, you leave a little bit of room, and you grab a lid and you go over to the soda machine, and you get some ice on your lid, and then you dump the ice into the cup, and then you put the lid on, and you let it sit for a little bit. And just one lid full of ice, maybe even two. It'll be the perfect cup of coffee you've ever had in your life. It's so fucking delicious. And I don't know, I need to look up and see how actual unhealthy it is. Like, how much sugar's in that? I'd like to know. I didn't even check the sugars in Propel. Let's see. 0. Well, what the fuck makes it taste so fucking delicious? The scale is open. The northbound scale was closed when I drove by earlier, but now they're open. Oh shit. There's no southbound scale on I-29, so I'm good. But yeah. They are closed. I don't know, they got a guy in there. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with them. Yes, coffee. It is delicious, but I don't know. I had a cup of coffee today. I didn't notice any difference whatsoever. Maybe a little bit more chippery, but it is, guys, it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I haven't had anything but a fucking full-on chicken today. Chicken and apple. And yeah, I had a cup of coffee this morning with one pump of the creamer shit. Just one little pump. And I think it said it had 9 grams of sugar per pump. So it did have a little bit of sugar. And I've had, I don't know, probably 5 bottles of water and then this Propel. And I'm energetic. I've been completely fine. I do yawn a little bit during the day, but it's not like I'm about to fall out. You know, that's how I used to be. If I didn't take a 5-hour energy, I was gonna fall the fuck out. If I didn't like shake the fuck out of my head, slap my face, you know, hit the rumble strips, swerve into oncoming traffic and play chicken. You know, if I didn't do a couple of those things, I would fucking be asleep on that wheel beforehand. And now I'm perfectly fine. The fly is back. The fly, I saw, no! Shit! shit! Where were you, buddy? I missed you. Where'd he go? He's on the dash somewhere. He's probably trying to get into my fucking... I still have a chicken carcass with me. So he's probably after that. I think I picked him up at the pork. The fucking pig pen. It's like I get to this part, or I get to Platte City here, and it's always like, man, at least I'm almost home. It's still a long fucking way home from here. It's insane how long it is from here to get home still. It's like, oh, I'm at Platte City, hooray. No, not hooray. You still have a ways to go. Get over, bitch! Yes, hit the throttle. Welcome to the highway. Motherfuck! I got your front door, buddy. You're wide open. I mean, I got your back door. I was listening to a couple of truckers, like really old school truckers, talking on TV, but just a recorded conversation about trucking. And man, that is cool as fuck. If I could use the lingo, I would, but I don't know. Over here at that choke of puke, is that going to give me the bubble guts? Come back? Oh yeah, sir, now that's going to give you bubble guts. You're going to have to be shitting on one like bottle rocket. Call back, 10-4. I don't know what the fuck they say. I don't know. It's like I have to look at the CB radio and focus on what the fuck they're saying. And so I don't know. That's more of a distraction. I'd rather just not use CB. And I cuss too much. Apparently they don't like that on the CB. And you know, if I start talking like a CB man, I'm going to let out a couple of F-bombs and C-bombs. Cut. Fuck. Those are the words I was talking about. So we're headed home. We're going to have a great weekend. My back is starting to hurt. But I'll be fine. You know, it always hurts for a little bit, and then it goes away. I get used to the pain of the back. But no, my back used to be in a lot of pain. Most of the time, I would always complain about my back pain, and my wife was like, whatever. But I'm like, seriously, my back is fucked. And I haven't complained about my back in probably, well, at least a month. Since I started doing the diet, I don't think but it was before that also. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much back pain until today. It had something to do with that concrete job I was doing earlier. I don't know. I bent down to grab something, or it twisted over, or something wrong. I don't remember what it was, but I did something and I was like, that doesn't feel good. I don't like the way that feels. And then it's just been bugging me a little bit throughout the day. And it's like, I just need to pop it. But whoever says, oh, just pop your back. Just pop my back? What the fuck are you talking about? Just pop your back. Just flush the toilet. That's not that easy. I don't know how to pop my back. I used to be able to pop my back. Chairs at school and in high school, the desks. You just push on the desk and it's put your back at the perfect pitch to just snap the whole thing all the way up, and it felt amazing. So unless I plan on going to high school again, I can't pop my back. I did. There was one time that I popped my back, and I was like, "This is how you do it." And I was, you know, if it worked a second time, I would tell you guys. I'm gonna tell you anyway. But it was a JLG one of them fucking cherry picking motherfucking things. The little fucking JLG orange machine. It's got the fucking off-road tires on it. And it's got the boom lift and it fucking goes raises people up and shit. I was working at a job site. We were cleaning out a rail car with this company. And they had one of those sitting there, and I was sitting on the tire, and I leaned back, and I put my back at the same angle as the tire, and boom, it popped my back, and I felt like tap dancing. It was amazing. And I've tried that. I don't know if that was a specific size of tire that helped me there, but I know I haven't been able to pop my back by myself. That was like a one-off situation. One-off. What the fuck does that even mean? That means it only happened once. So, I don't know. It's a phrase. One-off situation. One-off. Yeah, pop your back. Feels good. I tried to have my wife, we both have gone to the chiropractor. I've watched a lot of chiropractor YouTube videos, not just for the juicy booties, but, just watching chiropractor videos. There's one, it was a kid, he could not look up. I think he was in that movie, it's called Don't Look Up. They hired him because he could not look up. Shia LaBeouf, whatever, I don't know who he is. But there's a kid on this thing, and he could not look up because he played too many video games on his cell phone. And his neck was all fucked up, and he couldn't look up. He's like, yeah, I can't look up. He's like, read me. He had a thing on the ceiling. He's like, read that word on the ceiling. He's like, I can't. He's like, read it, bitch. And he wouldn't. And he's like, I can't. And he's like, and he just karate chopped the back of his neck, and then all he could do was read it. And he got karate chopped on the neck. But here recently I have been able to pop my neck by myself, which is exciting. I think I've always been able to do it. I've just been too scared to go too far, Because you get to a point, you're like, it's about there, I'm almost there, and then it doesn't pop. And you're like, I'm so close, but it was my neck. My head was gonna fall off if I kept going. Look at the airport. How delightful. I was out here delivering lumber one day when Donald Trump came in on an airplane. Yeah, I was here. Pretty exciting. I mean, if you guys want me to sign something for you, send in a request. I'll sign something for you. I'll send it your way. Because I saw Donald Trump on Air Force One once. I didn't see him, but I saw the airplane, and they told me he was on. And that was the day that I got steaks. There's a funny story. I'm just trying to think of things to say while I'm driving, because I don't want to stop recording, because then I'm going to have nothing to listen to. So, I was delivering lumber, and I was listening to the radio, and they were talking about Donald Trump coming out to KCI on his airplane, blah, 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 talk, whatever. And I was driving by, and I saw a big sign hanging off the side of a truck, and it said, 20 ribeyes, $20. I was like, No way! You got me, dude. I'm coming over. So, and that was over here in the, I don't even know what you call this area, ground, something area. And I drive over there and I park and I get out and I walk up and I knock on the back of the door of the trailer or truck or whatever it was. And nobody shows up. So I just kind of sit there and they had a sign up that said, "Be back soon." And I'm like, how long ago did they put this sign up? I got lumber deliveries to do. But I want to get me some 20 fucking ribs. I mean, or 20 ribeyes. So I waited and I waited and I waited. And then more people were showing up. And they were waiting also. They were in line. They created a line. And then they were like, is the guy coming back? Because we were there for like 30 minutes. I was like, I don't know. So then I looked up, I researched a little bit about the company, and I found like a phone number to call. So I called him and I said, hey, are you guys selling these ribs today? We're over here waiting. It's over here off Berry Road. Driving right by it right now. I'm like, we're here ready to buy some fucking meat, yo. And they're like, there's nobody there? I was like, yeah, there's nobody here. But I would love to buy some ribs. Alright, I keep saying ribs. I would love to buy some steaks. No! Just did a little dance across the bridge. Pretty sure every single wheel on my truck, not at the same time, but at one time individually, was off the ground right there. So like it just shimmied across the fucking bridge. And they said, there's nobody there? Oh my gosh. Alright, well, just stay there and I'll find out. And so I don't know, like 20 minutes later they call me and they're like, yeah, the guy had to go to the hospital, so they're not there. I was like, okay, so no ribs or no fucking steaks? Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, they're not going to be able to do that for you. Like, oh. Alright. I mean, I would never normally fall for a giant billboard telling me I can get a lot of stuff for cheap. And I'm just like, I wouldn't have done, I normally would not have pulled in here, but I decided to today, and you're telling me they're in the hospital? Just by luck. Now I'm over an hour late for my deliveries, and I ain't got nothing to show for it. What am I going to tell my boss? Now, if I showed up, and he's like, hey man, what took you so long with your deliveries? I'd be like, look at these steaks, dude. Take a couple. And I would have got out of it just fine. But now I have nothing. Like, you were going to buy some steaks? I was like, yeah, I was going to buy some steaks real quick. Like, don't you have lumber deliveries to do? Yeah, I do. And this was along the way. I was actually trying to sell them some wood. I was trying to do a trade-off. You want this 2x4? That's going to cost you 7 ribeyes. So anyways, I left there, and I go home, and I just, I'm just like, whatever. Guess I'm not getting fucking ribeyes. Oh well. And then I get a call that night, and it was a lady. She said, hey, I noticed that you had an issue. You wanted to buy some of these ribs, steaks, and we weren't there. So we got a deal for you. If you go to this other location, we will give you a heavy discount. And I was like, really? She's like, yes. I'm like, okay. So I went over, and that one happened to be much closer to where I live. And so me and the wife, this was before kids.
me and the wife, we load up into the car and we drive over, and I'm like, hey, I just say my name, and he's like, I got the deal for you for $45. I don't know what it was. I don't even know what the deal was, but I ended up leaving with a giant it was like 6 boxes and a cooler full of meat, and I bet you we only spent like $80. Because the guy was like, yeah, this is actually our last day here, and you're looks like you're going to be one of my last customers, so just take a lot of this shit for free. And I just gave him $80, and he just kept putting meat into my car. And then we go home and we don't have any room for all of this meat, but we did eat it all, and it was delicious. We had grass-fed burgers, we had pork loins. We had the ribeye steaks, which were tiny, but cooked to all good, and a bunch of other stuff. And it was awesome. My dad used to order the Omaha steaks all the time, and we always had those Omaha steaks coolers in our garage. We had like a corner of our garage specifically for Omaha steaks. Did we ever use those? No, we never used those coolers for anything, ever. But we always had them. We always had a stack of Omaha steak coolers. And, yeah. So, I don't know. I would like to be that type of a dad, Omaha steaks. I'm going to go ahead and order up some Omaha steaks. And yeah, right now would actually be a good idea, but I don't know. I'm thinking about going to like a butcher and just seeing if I can make a deal on a big chunk of a cow. Just give me like the hind leg, just one of the hind legs. Yeah, you can chop the middle of the leg off. I don't want the hoof. I ain't having a hoof soup. I ain't doing that. But, yeah, just the big old chunky thigh. I'll take one of those. $40? Here you go. No, I don't know. But it would be nice to have my own meat. And, so I don't know. I think my pinky toenail is about to fall off of my foot. I don't know, something about the socks I'm wearing, like, when you put your feet in the boots, like, it's okay, it's not a big deal, but as you're, like, are walking around and working and doing stuff, like, the sock just keeps getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and you can barely wiggle your fucking toes, and my pinky toenail is a little bit too long, I think, and it's, like, just, like, flipped up the wrong way, and I would love take my boots off and address the situation, but I'm driving on a highway, and it just makes you just, it's like nails on a chalkboard. My damn toe is in the distress. Let's go on the flashers. Because apparently we got some traffic ahead. Yeah, left lane ends 2,000 feet. Everybody go ahead and take that lane. Take the ending lane. Yep. I'll wait. I'll be back here waiting. Motherfuckers. You guys are the ones causing the fucking backup. It would be faster for me to exit here and then get right back on the highway. I bet you I can do it. Not gonna. I ain't that guy. I'll wait in line. I'm on the clock, motherfucker. And I gotta get paid till 7. Well, I'm getting paid till 7 no matter what. 7:30 I'm in. I'm getting paid till 7:30, bitches. Alright, well, I've run out of shit to fucking spew into your ear. So, keep all 18 down, and I'll talk to you next week, motherfucker.